Air travel is changing, and if you're not prepared, you might find yourself in a sticky situation at the airport. This year alone has seen the introduction of a new set of carry-on rules. These changes could impact your travel plans in ways you never expected. Imagine getting to the security checkpoint only to see a red light beep, and then you realize your bag doesn't meet the new size limits, or you hear the TSA officer say, "Sorry, sir, your ID isn't valid. You will have to step aside." Are you really ready for all that embarrassment? Well, this video is to ensure you don't go through all that. So stay tuned, because understanding these new rules could be the difference between a smooth journey and a travel nightmare. Let's dive into what you need to know. Number 10. Electronic locks. Now, these nifty gadgets are becoming quite the staple in modern travel. Imagine this. No more fumbling around for keys or worrying about losing them in the depths of your suitcase. Electronic locks offer a level of convenience that's hard to beat. You can unlock your luggage with a simple code, fingerprint, or even through an app on your smartphone. It's like having a personal security guard for your belongings. But as with all good things, there are a few caveats. These locks can be a bit pricier than their traditional counterparts, and there's always the risk of technical glitches. Plus, if someone gets hold of your access code, well, that could spell trouble. But hey, isn't it worth it for the peace of mind knowing your stuff is secure? Just make sure to keep those codes safe and maybe have a backup plan in case technology decides to take a day off. Some electronic locks are designed with a manual override feature, which allows TSA agents to open the bag without damaging the lock. This feature is crucial for ensuring that your bag can be screened without causing any damage. When purchasing an electronic lock, it's essential to look for one that meets the TSA's requirements and has a manual override feature. In addition to meeting the TSA's requirements, electronic locks must also comply with the airline's policies. Some airlines may have specific rules regarding electronic locks, so it's essential to check with your airline before your flight. By understanding the rules and regulations surrounding electronic locks, you can ensure a smooth travel experience. According to a survey by the International Air Transport Association, IATA, the majority of airlines allow electronic locks on carry-on bags, but it's still essential to check with your airline for their specific policies. By doing so, you can avoid any issues during check-in or security checks. Number 9. Removable battery equipment. Now let's talk about removable battery equipment, which has been a hot topic lately, especially after that incident in Busan where a power bank caught fire mid-boarding. Yikes! This has led to stricter regulations on what you can bring on board. Airlines are now more cautious about lithium-ion batteries, given their potential to become fire hazards. So if you're packing a power bank, make sure it's within the allowed limits. Typically, you're looking at a maximum of 2 larger lithium-ion batteries per person. And remember, they need to be in your carry-on, not checked luggage. It's all about safety first, folks. The last thing anyone wants is a fiery surprise at 30,000 feet. So double-check those battery specs before you head to the airport. And if you're unsure, don't hesitate to ask the airline or TSA for guidance. Better safe than sorry, right? Some devices, such as smart bags with removable batteries, must be protected from accidental activation. This can be achieved by removing the battery or using a protective cover. When packing your device, it's essential to ensure the battery is protected to avoid any issues during security checks. In addition to meeting the FAA's requirements, removable battery equipment must also comply with the airline's policies. Some airlines may have specific rules regarding removable batteries, so it's essential to check with your airline before your flight. By understanding the rules and regulations surrounding removable battery equipment, you can ensure a smooth travel experience. According to a report by the International Civil Aviation Organization, ICAO, the transportation of lithium batteries is subject to specific regulations due to safety concerns. By understanding these regulations, you can ensure that your device meets the requirements and avoid any issues during air travel. Please like, comment, and subscribe to our channel. Number 8. Clear bag requirement. The clear bag requirement is a crucial aspect of airport security. Passengers are required to carry their liquids, gels, and aerosols in a clear, quart-sized zip-top bag. This bag must be easily accessible and presented for inspection at security checkpoints. The clear bag rule helps Transportation Security Administration (TSA) agents quickly identify potential threats and reduces the need for additional screening. The clear bag requirement applies to all liquids, gels, and aerosols, including toiletries, cosmetics, and food items. These items must be in containers of 3.4 ounces, 100 milliliters, or less per item. Larger containers, such as full-size shampoo bottles or refillable containers, are not allowed in carry-on bags and must be packed in checked luggage. Some airports and airlines may have specific rules or restrictions on the type of clear bag allowed. For example, some airports may require bags to be made of a specific material or have a certain type of closure. To avoid any issues, it's best to check with your airline or the airport's website for specific guidance on clear bags. Number 7. Liquid container size. The liquid container size restriction is an essential part of the clear bag requirement. Liquids, gels, and aerosols in containers larger than 3.4 ounces, 100 milliliters, are not allowed in carry-on bags. These items must be packed in checked luggage or left behind. The 3.4-ounce limit applies to each individual container, not the total amount of liquid in the clear bag. Some items, such as medications, baby formula, and breast milk, are exempt from the 3.4-ounce limit. However, these items must be declared and may be subject to additional screening. It's essential to check with your airline or the TSA's website for specific guidance on traveling with exempt items. To avoid any issues with liquid container sizes, it's best to pack larger containers in checked luggage or purchase travel-sized versions of your favorite toiletries. Many retailers now offer travel-sized options that meet the 3.4-ounce limit, making it easier to comply with the regulations. Number 6. Device count limit. The device count limit is a crucial aspect of carry-on rules. Most airlines limit the number of electronic devices you can bring in your carry-on bag. Typically, this limit ranges from 2 to 5 devices per passenger, depending on the airline's policy. These devices can include smartphones, laptops, tablets, cameras, and other portable electronics. When counting devices, airlines usually consider each item separately. For example, a smartphone and a laptop would count as 2 devices. Some airlines might have specific rules for certain types of devices, such as medical equipment or large electronics. To avoid any issues, it's best to check with your airline before your flight to understand their device count limit and any specific requirements. In addition to device count limits, airlines also have rules about device usage during flights. Some devices might need to be in airplane mode, while others might be restricted during takeoff and landing. Understanding these rules can help you plan your in-flight entertainment and work. Number 5. 3-1-1 Rule Update. The 3-1-1 rule is a well-known guideline for carrying liquids, gels, and aerosols in carry-on bags. The rule states that these items must be in containers of 3.4 ounces, 100 milliliters, or less, placed in a clear quart-sized zip-top bag, with only one bag allowed per passenger. However, some airports are updating their policies, and it's essential to stay informed. Some airports are adopting more relaxed rules or implementing new technologies that might change how the 3-1-1 rule is applied. For instance, some airports might use computed tomography, CT, scanners that can screen liquids more efficiently, potentially allowing for larger containers or more items in carry-on bags. To avoid any issues, it's best to check with your airline or the airport's website for the latest information on the 3-1-1 rule. Understanding the 3-1-1 rule update is crucial for packing your carry-on bag efficiently. If you're unsure about specific items or container sizes, it's always best to err on the side of caution and pack them in checked luggage or purchase them after passing through security checkpoints. Number 4. Power bank limit. So, what's the deal with power bank limits on airlines these days? Well, it's all about watt hours, or watt for short. Most airlines have set a cap at 160 watt hours for power banks. Anything above that is a no-go. But here's where it gets interesting. If your power bank is between 100 watt hours and 160 watt hours, you might need to give the airline a heads up before you board. It's like having a VIP pass, but for your gadgets. And if you're wondering why this is such a big deal, it's because of safety concerns. Lithium-ion batteries, which are commonly used in power banks, can be a bit temperamental. They have a history of overheating and even catching fire, which is not exactly what you want happening mid-flight. So, airlines are playing it safe by tightening the rules. Now let's talk about the TSA's take on power banks. If your power bank is under 100 watt hours, you're in the clear to pack it in your carry-on without any special permissions. It's like having a free pass through security. But remember, these little powerhouses can't go in your checked baggage. That's a strict no-no. The reason? It's all about minimizing risks. In the rare event that a battery decides to misbehave, it's much easier to handle in the cabin than in the cargo hold. Plus, there's the added bonus of being able to charge your devices during the flight as long as the airline allows it. Speaking of charging, did you know that some airlines have banned the use of power banks during flights altogether? Yep, it's true. Airlines like Qantas and Emirates have put restrictions in place due to the potential fire risks associated with lithium-ion batteries. It's a move that's been echoed by several other airlines, especially after incidents where power banks have caused fires on planes. So if you're planning to use your power bank to keep your devices juiced up during a long-haul flight, it's worth checking the airline's policy beforehand. You don't want to be caught off guard when the flight attendant tells you to stow it away. And here's a fun fact. The capacity of your power bank is often measured in milliampere hours, or mAh. To comply with most airline rules, look for power banks that are no more than about 43,000 milliamp hours. That's roughly equivalent to 100 watt-hours, which is the magic number for hassle-free travel. A power bank of this size can charge an iPhone 13 Pro Max about 3 to 4 times, so you'll have plenty of juice to keep you entertained on those long flights. Just remember, whether you can actually use it in-flight depends on the airline's specific rules. Number 3. Weight range. The weight range for carry-on bags is a critical aspect of airline policies. Most airlines have specific weight limits for carry-on bags to ensure safety and comfort for all passengers. Typically, the weight range for carry-on bags is between 7 kilograms to 10 kilograms, 15.4 pounds to 22 pounds, depending on the airline and aircraft type. When packing your carry-on bag, it's crucial to consider the weight limit to avoid any issues during check-in or boarding. Overweight carry-on bags can cause problems for overhead bin storage and may need to be gate-checked or checked in. To avoid any surprises, it's best to weigh your bag before heading to the airport. Some airlines have different weight limits for different types of passengers, such as children or passengers with disabilities. Additionally, some airlines might have specific rules for certain items, such as musical instruments or fragile equipment. To ensure a smooth travel experience, it's essential to check with your airline for their specific weight range policy. The weight range for carry-on bags can also impact the type of items you pack. For example, if you have heavy items like books or tools, you might need to pack them in checked luggage or consider shipping them separately. On the other hand, if you have lighter items like clothing or snacks, you might be able to fit more into your carry-on bag. To give you a better idea, let's look at some statistics. According to a survey by the International Air Transport Association, IATA, the average weight of a carry-on bag is around 8 kilograms, 17.6 pounds. However, this weight can vary significantly depending on the type of bag, the items packed, and the airline's policies. Number 2. Standard carry-on dimensions. The standard carry-on dimensions are a crucial aspect of airline policies. Most airlines have specific size limits for carry-on bags to ensure they fit in the overhead bins or under the seat in front of you. Typically, the standard carry-on dimensions are around 22 inches tall, 14 inches wide, and 9 inches deep, 56 by 36 by 9 inches, 23 centimeter. However, these dimensions can vary depending on the airline and aircraft type. When packing your carry-on bag, it's essential to consider the size limits to avoid any issues during check-in or boarding. If your bag is too large, you might need to gate check it or check it in, which can cause delays and inconvenience. To ensure a smooth travel experience, it's best to check with your airline for their specific carry-on dimensions and pack accordingly. Some airlines have different size limits for different types of passengers, such as children or passengers with disabilities. Additionally, some airlines might have specific rules for certain items, such as musical instruments or fragile equipment. To avoid any surprises, it's best to check with your airline for their specific policies and pack accordingly. According to a survey by the International Air Transport Association, IATA, the majority of airlines have standardized carry-on dimensions to ensure consistency and safety. However, it's still essential to check with your airline for their specific policies, as these dimensions can vary. Number 1. Personal item dimensions. The personal item dimensions are another crucial aspect of airline policies. Most airlines allow passengers to bring one personal item, such as a purse, laptop bag, or backpack, in addition to their carry-on bag. Typically, the personal item dimensions are around 18 inches tall, 14 inches wide, and 8 inches deep, 45 by 35 by 8 inches, 23 centimeter. However, these dimensions can vary depending on the airline and aircraft type. When packing your personal item, it's essential to consider the size limits to ensure it fits under the seat in front of you or in the overhead bin. If your personal item is too large, you might need to gate check it or check it in, which can cause delays and inconvenience. To ensure a smooth travel experience, it's best to check with your airline for their specific personal item dimensions and pack accordingly. Some airlines have different size limits for different types of personal items, such as laptop bags or diaper bags. Additionally, some airlines might have specific rules for certain items, such as medical equipment or fragile equipment. To avoid any surprises, it's best to check with your airline for their specific policies and pack accordingly. According to a study by the Airlines for America, the majority of passengers bring a personal item on board, and ensuring it meets the size limits can help reduce delays and improve the overall travel experience. If you enjoyed this video, let us know in the comment section down below and turn on your notifications to know when next we upload. See you in our next video. Bye.